Hi, Casey Hendrickson with Michiana's Morning News. For years now, I've been pointing out the hypocrisy of Obama supporters and how they supported Senator Obama, but now they support President Obama because effectively they're two completely different people, policy-wise at least. And if you hated President Bush, you have to hate President Obama for his foreign policy. If you love President Bush for his domestic policy, you have to love President Obama for his domestic policy. There's some little changes, and obviously dollar amounts are in that, but it's been very interesting to see how similar the two presidents, at least Bush's second term with Obama's first term, have been in policy, both foreign and domestic. And pointing out the hypocrisy for you Republicans and Democrats has been a lot of fun for me personally. But this has really taken the cake because we got to look at the foreign policy and what has happened with Bush's foreign policy. Remember, he was a demon. He was an empire builder. He hated children, wanted to blow them up. I think Kerry said something about kicking in doors and terrorizing women and children and stuff like that in the middle of the night. Well, this is interesting. New poll has come out. Check this out. Not only has the left's opposition of Bush's counterterrorism policy completely disappeared, but they've now signed on to those policies. The only reason is it's President Obama doing them. It's not President Bush, so everything's cool. Everything's okay. New study says that the left's opposition to Bush's counterterrorism policies was based on nothing more than profound, crude partisan tribalism. 53% of self-identified liberal Democrats and 67% of moderate or conservative Democrats now support keeping Gitmo open. The hell did that come from? President Bush was the evil guy who was sending innocent people off to Guantanamo Bay and keeping them in Gitmo and subjecting them to horrible anti-Muslim tactics. Remember Rush Limbaugh's Club Gitmo? That whole thing? Yeah, that drove the liberals absolutely crazy. But now those same liberals who hated Gitmo, hated President Bush keeping Gitmo open, hated the whole Club Gitmo merchandising fiasco with Rush Limbaugh, they now support Guantanamo Bay being kept open? Come on, this can't possibly get any worse, could it? Oh, yeah, it turns out it can. Obama has also relied on armed forces drones far more than President Bush did. And it turns out, according to an ABC poll, 83% of Americans approve of the drone policy, but we don't care about Americans right now. We just care about liberal Democrats. And yes, there's a difference. 77% of liberal Democrats now endorse the use of drones in Pakistan, Afghanistan, over civilian populations, everywhere else. 77% of you who hated President Bush's drone attacks, killing innocent women and children, remember all those lines that was on the press, now find those policies to be okay? Really? So you're okay with all of these changes in foreign policy that have been no changes at all just because it's President Obama doing it? Honestly, that's what we've come to in this country. Yeah, hypocrisy is completely rampant in this country, and this is a major problem with our political system. If you oppose the policy under one man, you must oppose the policy on another, or you're nothing more than a trifling, petty, ignorant little hypocrite. I'm Casey Hendrickson. I hope you tune in to Michiana's Morning News every weekday starting at 5 right here on 95.3 MNC.